Good morning! Good morning! Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello guys! Welcome sa ating stream. Ang ating day 11 ng ating vibe coding hanggang tayo ay yumaman. Alright? Dahil dyan, hindi na natin patatagalin pa. Tayo ay mag-code na. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hinaan na natin yung sounds natin. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Alright, so Lana, naka-open ba si Lana? Kinda. Lana. Okay, naka-open si Lana. Lana, scene 1. Lana, scene 1. Yo. Magana si Lana. Alright. Saan ba tayo natapos kahapon? Gawin natin to. Medyo ano kasi to eh. Medyo malaking feature to. Ang gagawin natin is how our agents isolated on the same VPS and how we avoid paying a full. Locally per agent, isolation is nearly free. The clone file shares unwritten pages so each agents know. On the VPS, there's no cow, can't blah blah blah. Hindi nga natin alam kung hindi ko alam kung tama pa rin yung direction natin dito sa ginagawa natin. But let's just proceed. On the VPS, there's no cow. If you throw 5 remote agents that directly taxes your just an agent's mental mo. A recommended model. Remote layout mirrors local on the VPS, kept out of the user's own tiers. Alright. 1 base per project on the VPS. Git clone from the origin ones are synced to small file. Each agent clone. Ba't nga ba ito nakaano? Dapat yung effort natin dito is X high. Sana yan? Each agent clone is a cheap copy of that base, blah blah blah, unrestrained versus even a plain copy slower than. Okay. And it does consume real disk per agent. Do you agree with the base? My vote base per project setting. It preserved the isolation. For question 4, I agree with your recommendation. Let's just ensure that everything is optimized, everything is fast. We don't want this to be slow. Ensure that everything is performant and optimized. Yung tinetest natin kahapon. Nawala to. Both data, click ignore folder. I just opened the application again. I restarted it. Can you check if I can proceed with the test with its current state? Last day na ng Fable, guys. Last day ng Fable. Fable. Question 5. How do Claude and Git authenticate on the remote box? This is where your general... Okay. 5. Claude Auth. Claude code on the VPS needs credentials options. Direct. If the box is code installed in the user, please. Okay. Zero work. Mirror local. Yes, for 5A, let's mimic the setup CC skill, ensure that it's compatible with our app. I don't remember if there's anything specific to me or anything coupled to my own setup in the setup CC skill. Just ensure that we mimic it, make it generic, so that it would work for different users for their different setups. Okay, API key prompt fallback to there's nothing local to mirror. Oops, 5A. Don't prompt for API key prompt. If Claude is not installed in the box and locally, actually we haven't tackled this yet, but if a user initially installed our application and he doesn't have Claude installed locally, we should be the one, or the application should be the one to install it for the user, because our application will not work if Claude is not installed. Because currently, I already have installed Claude, right? Before creating this project. So everything is working. But for someone who is, for example, wants to install our application and doesn't have Claude installed, our application should be the one to install it for the user. Is that possible? Because if yes, there would be no case where Claude is not installed locally for the user. I guess. 5B, git push. The non-obvious one, brainstorm says recon is the agent's own push, which now runs on the VPS. Here's the trap. The obvious answer is SSS agent forwarding. So the box borrows your laptop's key without copying it, but that only works while you are connected, and the entire point of this. Okay, right. If the agent tries to git push at 3 a.m. with your device asleep, forward. Right. Correct. Recommendation, auto detect first, probe, command V, Claude, okay. If the box already set up, use it. What? For agent forwarding as the primary for post, it's offered only as a connected only convenience because it breaks the core survives. All of this one time, bros. Two things I want to read for Cloud Auth. Are you comfortable with mirroring? The box owners default fast, no prompts, or would you rather? Always explicitly. For Git push, do you agree the box needs its own? Yes, I agree that the box needs its own persistent deploy key. Mirror cloud by default. For mirroring Claude directory, I believe we should not mirror the project conversation, right? I'm not sure if there's anything else we can exclude, but that's one thing on the top of my head that needs to be excluded. So we don't have to copy the conversation history for local projects. I'm not sure if that's already in setup CC. Current agent, open, clone has, so resume, close down natin to. Oh, mali. Close down natin yan, okay? You should see both run 3 and run 4. Okay, tama yan. Click ignore folder. So, nakuha natin yan. Tapos, click down natin yung ano tayo, click ignore folder on run 3. Ito, ignore folder. Okay. After I clicked ignore folder, got this. Paano cancel ko yan? Pa-persist na siya. Okay kaya? I tried to close again and got this. Looks like when I click ignore folder, it persisted, which is great. But how can user, for example, change it later? 10 add project test plane. Oops, mali. Hindi yan. Lakayin nga natin. Add daw tayo ng project plane. Open. Okay. Tapos, create an agent on it. It'll be in place, not cloned. I added the plane project. I did not add an agent because it's already auto added. Run down natin yan dito. Boom. Close the agent. Run the command. Right to close. Got this. Retest. Okay. Setting shortcut. Setting shortcut. Tapos click the replace recorder. Ayan. Command V. Okay. So copy natin to. Try natin. Tapos sabihin natin this sentence will not be pasted. Okay. Pero pag nag-control command V tayo, yung nandun siya. Pag nag-command V tayo, ito yung okay. It works now. Great. Now, after I changed the repaste hotkey, there's a border outline left in the hotkey. Let's remove that. Make sure that dictation hotkey is the same. No outline after hotkey change. Also, do we actually need the record mouse button? Can we just have the normal dictation hotkey for recording the mouse button? They are both hotkeys anyways, so I'm not sure why we have a separate record mouse button. Can we just have only one? That's the answer. Mystery solved. Two things here. One is potential bug. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Fresh done Git project. Add daw tayo ng project. Bear. Open. Okay. Tapos decline the git init nudge. What do you mean? I added the project. I don't know what you mean by decline the git init nudge. Ano sabi na dito? Valuable read. The skill is really coupling to your personal setup. Its actual hot path is different from the... Okay. What's coupled? Mirrors by... From GitHub. Okay. That assumes Claude. So Git repo. Okay. Okay. Skills. Agent ID. Okay. So maybe gonna keep its installs steps. Native installer replaces GitHub. Okay. Okay. Your auto install Claude locally idea. Yes. Feasible and it's a good closing move. It's absolutely possible on first run. Okay. The trinkle I got wrong and it changes 5A. I recommended mirror blah 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 credentials on a Mac that doesn't work. And your own skill says why. Alright. So there's nothing directory to copy for auth. That's exactly why. Okay. So the realistic shape is mirror. The config. Blah blah blah. Per host, not per agent. Okay. Once done. Every blah blah blah. I'm very paranoid whether there's a cleaner path that would let us skip that one login. That would be better and unfold answer which mirror. You're right to exclude transcripts and there's more for direct rsync. Blah blah blah. Alright. Okay. Skip. Alright. One nuance on CloudMD. Your global CloudMD references local only tools. Blah blah blah. Mirroring it to VPS carries instruction for things. It won't break Cloud, but it's imperfect. Worth mirroring. Worth a mirror global CloudMD may reference toggle. Are you suggesting to not mirror the global CloudMD? If yes, I'm fine with that. Let's I think we should let the user set that up for them, right? So it's the user's discretion to build his own Claude.md in his remote VPS. That could be copying the local global CloudMD or creating a new one, but it's up to him. So sure, let's not mirror the global Claude.md. Verified and there's strictly better auth path than per box login. 5A resolved mint a token locally, inject it as an nvar, no box login, run locally one browser. Mint sa 1 year old token that Are you sure that minting a token locally is the best path here? Because the user can just log in normally using his account, authenticate it, right? Click the link, open browser, like the normal authentication for Claude CLI. So I guess my question is, what's the downside and advantage of just using a token? More specifically, the downside. What's the downside in using this? Question 6. SSH connection, local. You show the session ended restart, overlay remotely, blah blah blah. Two totally different. Transport drop. If you don't disambiguate, every laptop slip shows a fault session. Okay. On my recommendation, probe to disambiguate then auto reattach on any remote. Keep the SSH. Proactively pre-probe on app focus, blah blah blah. You agree with probe and the subs question when a remote agent is mid reattach. My vote, probe plus silent reattach and add a distinct. My vote, probe plus line. So the state is honest without alarm but alas. So you don't lose context. I agree with your recommendation, but is there any downside in doing this? Honest answer to why this is a separate button. There are two genuinely different capture channels, which is the only reason there are two buttons. Keycord, okay, extra, okay. So the split is implementation artifact, not the real product. From the user's view, it's one setting, what triggers, okay. What I'd build a single record button, click, or park it and finish the dog food walkthrough. Do it now. Do it now. I owe you a correction. I was wrong about a nudge. Looking at the actual code. Okay, what this means. So I'd mark 10 covered, 11. Okay, so that server is small. Doc nyo once the readme says in place. Non-git agents are unaffected. Yeah, let's update outdated docs. Two open items to close out. Quiet list. Editor. Here, how to change it later question. How to change. Okay. Build now or park as follow-up. Let's spark number 1. Are we done dog fooding? If not, let's proceed. Three good challenges. Let me take them. Honestly, you're right to push on the token one. Global Cloud agreed, not mirrored. Recorded does not mirror. Keep us out of shipping local token versus normal login. You're right to question. I'm revising. Come on, you asked the exact right interaction. One browser confirm locally, cover all hosts. Normal login. One browser confirm per host. Who hosts the secret? Xbox, Cloud Code in the box. Okay, durability, hard cloud. Last radius, full year of access to credential. Oh, really? Inference only. Full. Okay, so the real downside of Xbox. Revised recommendation, normal, guided. Okay. Self-refresh, so it keeps working autonomously when your laptop's off. Xbox just makes it smooth on host provisioning. Open a terminal pane, running Cloud on the box. I'd keep the token as an opt-in fallback for the power case, someone spinning up many ephemeral back or a box word. Let's not have the token as an opt-in fallback. Let's just make the normal login works for the user. So that's the user's only option is to do normal login. Q6, yes, there are downsides. Here they are. Honestly, you agreed with probe silent, but real ones. A session, it confirms the demo session exists. Not that Cloud is healthy. In practice, the left pane, demo skill session, chaser. Oh, reattaches races, blah blah, reattaches retriggers, blah blah, silent reattach. Okay, none are blockers. Number 3 is one that will take real care because it intersects machinery you've already tuned. Alright. Okay. Q7. Reaching a remote agent's dev server. Your port substrate assumes local host. A remote agent that runs npm run dev binds a port on the VPS. You can't open local host. It's on the box. This breaks the same mental model for anyone doing web work. Locally, the dev server is a click away. Option A, auto forward over the SSH. Xbox detect knows the agent's blah blah and set up SSHL, local forward on the shared, so local host on your laptop validates the remote. Okay. Punt to the user, document your remote dev servers on the box, tunnel it yourself, differ for V1, A. Okay, but scope, auto forward the agent's Xbox range lazily, blah blah blah. But given your performance emphasis and not every project even has a dev server, I could also see C differ for V1 being problematic. Let's go with your recommendation, option A. Done, the unified recorder is built. Let's see. Okay, sana lang. Lana, BRB. One recorder first wins. Change a hotkey, confirm. No lingering outline. Okay, try natin. Pag nag-command V, control command V. Control shift R. Okay. Dictation recorder. Click it. Then press a keycord. Control command. Ito ba yun? Control command. Ano ba yun? Okay. Command control to eh. Oh, dapat control command dyan, diba? Ay, ba't ganun? Ba't ganun kanina? Oh, ayan. Dapat to for dictation hotkey I pressed control plus command and got this. It's displaying as command plus control. Let's ensure that the display is control command and not command control. Let's make them properly in order. Example, option command, not command plus option. Control shift R, not shift R, control, etc. Yes, confirmed. No border outline anymore. Tapos sabi niya, tingnan nga natin guys kung gaano to. Ayaw eh. So my mouse only have the extra 2 buttons, the back and forward button. Try ko nga yung isang mouse ko. Hello Joel, good morning. Good morning Joel. Hello. Tambay ka lang dyan. Try ko yung isa kong mouse. May charge ba to? Naku, lobat. Lobat ba? Oh. Tirahan na kasi ito eh. Ayan, gumagalaw siya. Okay. Tingnan natin to. Try natin to. Pagkiklik ko daw to, tapos mouse. Hindi niya nakukuha. Mamamatay ito. So my mouse only have this two extra button, back and forward button. I tried them. It's not working. Please retest. If you have it middle click during capture, should show the extra 4 button error. Okay. So let's say ito siya. Command option command. For middle click, got this. Tell me how those feel. Balita, Joel. Kamusta yung project natin dyan? Dog food incomplete, blah blah blah. Sync ignored, the session's output. So, nag-park siya. Tama ba? Lana, BRB. lumipat ako ng YouTube, improving the front end ng app. Mas mahirap ang front end talaga. Pares tayo. Pares tayo. Hirap tayo sa mga design. Mabuti pa yung ano eh, no? Mas buti pa yung mga logic eh. Mahirap sa design. Yung tipong, alam mo yung, pag nakita mo na siya, diba? Pag nakita mo siya, alam mong, okay sa'yo yun. Pero pag ginagawa mo pa lang, hindi mo alam kung paano mo siya gagawin eh. Lalo na kung hindi ka designer, hindi mo alam yung mga hindi mo alam yung mga tawag dito, mga terminologies sa design. Kaya maganda rin alam mo eh. Balikan nga natin ito. Kasi yan yung overlay na naman natin, nag-ano siya. Ito translate, ito yun eh. Try nga natin. I'm live right now. Can you check? There's currently translation in chat overlay right now. So ito, wala na yung mga ito. Not sure. Discard all and close. Cancel. Wrap up tayo. Sabi dito, no token fallback, Q7. How does a remote agent work? Come back to you. How does a remote agent come back to you? What do you mean? What is the other half of Q3? This is the other half of Q3. We said that how the code gets onto the box. Now an agent commits work on the VPS. How does it return to you? For repos with the GitHub origin, it's already solved. Blah blah blah. The agent pushes you. You pull, review, the gap is fresh, git init, no origin, blah blah blah. Okay. I want to be careful here because brainstorm through a hard line. The git workflow. Git workflow is not Xmox job. So I don't want Xmox to quietly become a bidirectional async git in the engine. That's not exactly blah blah blah. A fresh no origin repo is already a soft spot for local agents too. Says reconciliation happens via the agent's push PR to remote with no remote. So remote doesn't introduce this. It just makes it more visible. Recommendation: remote agents are Git native, and their recon path is a shared remote both machines can reach. For a fresh repo, make that seamless with one guided step. When you add first remote agent to repo that has no origin, Xmas offers to publish it. After that one click, code flow The thread I'm making explicit. This means a remote agent effectively wants a remote origin. Why are we doing this? What I mean is that currently the agent that we create locally and the changes that was made in that agent is not, you know, pushed back or resynced with the project path. So why do we need the remote agent to come back to me? Can't we just make it work like as it is right now? So the only difference would be the agent is living remotely and the agent is living locally, right? So what I'm thinking is that it's the user's responsibility to set up a remote repo in GitHub or wherever else, right? So I'm not sure why you are suggesting this. I might be missing something. But yeah, if a user created a remote agent and he made the changes there, we don't care if the code base live there, right? It doesn't need to be copied or resynced here in our local copy. So yeah, let me know if I'm missing something that this is really needed to be done. Are they now definitive? All right. Okay. So YouTube is auto-translating the server side, not Chrome, not SSI, not the overlay. Okay. The catch, there's no visible off switch. I wrote never silent, no Chrome setting, no local storage. No. Asan ako? Saan yung pinabasa ko? No URL param, turning YouTube's translation off means interacting with YouTube. Show on chat, settings menu, blah, 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 visible click, and that window is your on air, blah, blah, blah. Here's the clean way. Switch to OBS scene. OBS to a scene that doesn't show that browser window just for 60 seconds. A BRB full code. Tell me it's off air. I open YouTube chat, blah, blah. Is there a way that we can know that the chat is translated so that we can just filter it out in the chat overlay? Is that possible so that we don't have to tweak the settings in YouTube. We just filter it out in our chat overlay. I offer 2 optional dog food checks, confirming that that end row actually renders key name on a real key. Yung lever, so let's address the open question now. Let me know what I need to do. Deferred, quiet list, editor. Okay. Suggest the next step. This project cleanup. This blah 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 blah. Yes, let's do the cleanup after we address everything. Let's do this later. Readme line 70 still frames, so blah, dismiss. Okay, so worth noting, multi-line seeds get selected when based in the Cloud's prompt. Okay, requires blah 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 blah. So this is why plugging only. Multi-line seeds get selected when based in the Cloud's prompt. Requires a single line seed. Let's add this to learned. Lagi nga na, learned, yan. Tapos, streaming, zoom, viewport units, the LG overlay, blah blah blah. Ito. Okay lang yan. Status, blah blah blah. Okay. Load the remote. You're not missing anything. You're right and I over-engineered it. Let me correct course. The principle is exactly the one from brainstorm and agents. Changes are not job. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Remote agents. The one thing that survives from Q8 is narrower and it's not reconciliation. It's the initial seed. To create the agents working tree on the box, bytes have to physically get there. Once repose on origin, the box get clones from it. Okay, fresh no origin. Xbox does a one-time rsync push of the local tree up at the agent creation, one direction. That's exactly symmetric with the local model. The cow clone is a one-time copy of the source. Blah blah blah. So okay, there's a okay. Q9, the host abstraction. How can we represent a registers a remote box? You said the bare minimum is user sets up their SSH config, then registers the alias in our app. Okay. My recommendation: a host is a first-class entity in Xbox, stored top level in an agent gains location, local, today, unchanged, or remote. All right. A host is just a thin reference to, okay, alias plus Xbox metadata, display name. Xbox does not own connection details, host name, blah blah blah. Okay, this is your bare minimum requirement and it keeps Xbox out of credential. Okay. Okay. A host is global, reusable across projects. A VPS. Okay, host is global, reusable. A VPS is a machine. You'll want to run agents for several projects on it. Each host, okay, pair. Adding a host is a one-time wizard of every hot path. Pick, enter, an SSH alias, Xbox provisit, reachable. Okay. What if you have different hosts, diba? Maybe for now at least, let's make it one host, I guess. Ano kaya? Two things I want you to read on: global host, reusable across projects, versus binding a host. How much should the add host wizard auto do versus ask? My recommendation: auto probe and auto install. The mechanical bits. Okay. Without nagging, but pause for the unavoidable. Okay. And surface a clear. Ito yung problema. Paano ko kaya ito itetest? Fully silent isn't possible. Logins they're active. Okay. My vote. My vote. I agree with your recommendation. But I'm thinking, what if the user wants to set up multiple remote VPS? So for example, this is just an example. So for example, if the user has the code base in production in VPS 1 and he wants to control that, or the code base or CLOD within that code base using our application, and then the same user has another project in VPS 2. Also, the code base is there. The code base is production, and he wants to add that code base within our application. So basically, he has multiple VPS to set up. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, let's consider having multiple hosts or multiple remote VPS within our application. And as I'm thinking it right now, because I think what we have so far is that the initial code base will start here locally, and then when we add it in our application, we will just copy it to the remote VPS, right? So we already have that considered. So what if there's already a code base in the remote VPS? How can we add it to our application? I guess for now, it's just a question, but we don't have to include this in our plan as for now. Maybe let's park that for later. But it's just that I thought about it and asked. But for now, yeah, we are all the But I don't know. I'm thinking of using the application, right? Adding a remote agent and work from there. So I'm not sure. Do we always have to have the project path locally and then just copy it to the remote server, or is there any instance or case that the code base will only live in the remote server and doesn't have a project path here locally? Dami ko sinabi. Alright, app rebuild, launch. 2 things are now live. Okay. Let's see. Saan na yan? Ito daw yan. So, pag nag-option command tayo, option command yan. Pag control command, control option. Okay. The mouse probe, the top now logs every mouse. Please do this so I can diagnose the side buttons. You don't need to be in the recorder. Just press buttons anywhere at a time. Back, forward, middle. Back, forward, middle. I tried twice. Back, forward, middle. I saw the middle log twice. Nothing. Nothing log for back and forward. This answer you need. I pulled the actual translated. There's no R1000. The only reliable source. So YouTube. Translated copy is simply the YouTube one. The original. Before the two copies share no message ID in different texts, so the overlay has to pair them by same author. 2 flavors. Simple, robust, always prefer the restream copy for YouTube. The problem with restream or preferring restream is that nawala yung dictation natin. The problem with restream is that our chat overlay will be coupled with restream. Thus, if we stop using restream, now what? And also I don't understand why we're not getting the original copy from YouTube directly. The stream is just getting the original cut from YouTube. So why can't we get that directly from YouTube? What we learned, my cloud drops have bracketed multi-line pasted entirely, wasn't pinned down. The fix sidesteps it. Over to you over the setup. Set up then one agent on echo with that Walk me through the setup for the dog food. Dog food. Dog food. Two separate things there. One's already handled. One's only new mode worth parking. Multiple VPS already covered. Nothing to add. Okay, the host model from Q9's registry. So nhost the native VPS 1 for project A. What? Okay. Shared box for several projects. Code lives only on the remote. No wrong. Real distinct correctly differ. This is generally in different mode. Code lives only on the remote. As far as same precisely, everything we've designed assumes the code starts local and exits the box. Okay, your case, production code already adopted and adopted no local copy at all. It's a remote native project. The project source of truth is very doable in some ways. Simpler, no local, remote seed step, everything already lives in the. But it changed the project data model and the add project UX today. A project is local folder, blah, blah, blah. Remote native means add project, point at the host, remote path, and project path becomes optional. Okay, so it's a clean phase 2, not a V1 concern. V1 assumes. I'll capture it as a different item in the brainstorm recap. Okay, if you wanted a formal backlog entry. Yeah. Let's park. Let's park. Ano ba yun? Ito na to. Let's park the code lives only on the remote. I thought we'd have something like project path and the remote. You mentioned earlier about a base directory. I thought that was or that will be the project base or the project path base for the remote. So like when we add remote project, the project path will be on remote. Or should we have both project path on local and remote? What's the relevance of project path again? I mean, other than the initial creation of the project there, it's not too relevant. right? Because the normal workflow would be spin up an agent, work there, make some changes, then merge to remote repo. I guess the important part for the project path is the syncing of get ignored files. So I think we need to have both project path locally and remotely. Hello, Edwin. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hello, Edwin. Sleepy? Sleepy ka? Panggabi ka ba, Edwin? Or, maaga ka lang nagising? Or ako ba yung sinasabihan mo, sleepy? Mukha lang sleepy, pero, nag-iisip lang ako. So, I think we need to about project path locally and remotely. Umaga. Ikaw sinasabihan ko. Then nag-iisip lang ako. Nag-iisip ako kaya mukha ako nakapikit. Ganun, nakaganyan tayo. So I think we need to about brother. May translation kasi ito kasi pinifix ko siya Ang problema, wait lang, wala yung mouse natin. Pinapayos ko nga dito pwede ko kasi hindi sa breakthrough. Pero medyo tanga kasi itong si Opus Dapat Fable. Pinapayos ko sa kanya. Ang findings is si YouTube, 'di ba? Nagta-translate siya. Okay? Nagta-translate siya. So dalawa yung chat ni YouTube. Ngayon, gumagamit ako ng Restream. Sa Restream, nababasa ko yung original na chat, yung Tagalog. So ngayon, sabi ko kay Opus, bakit hindi na lang natin i-filter tapos tanggalin natin yung translation dito sa chat overlay. Ang sagot niya sa akin, si Restream, nakukuha daw niya yung original, which is Tagalog. Ang nakukuha niya daw kay YouTube is yung translated, which is English. So ngayon sabi ko, walang sense yun. Kasi si Restream, kinukuha lang din niya yung chat kay YouTube. So bakit yung translated lang yung nakukuha natin kay YouTube? Kasi parang gusto niya, kukunin, yung chat overlay natin is kukunin na lang natin sa Restream. Which is ayoko yun. Kasi paano kung hindi na ako mag-Restream, iba na yung gagamitin ko. E di naka-tie up ako kay Restream. Diba? So, medyo lang. Medyo bobo lang. Sabi ni Joel, July 31 matatapos contract ko sa hospital pero sadly di na ma-extend. Sayang naman. Kasi yung admin di nagsasabi ng reports, pati technical reports ko, di rin. Dapat ikaw na lang gumawa, no? Dapat ikaw na lang gumawa, Joel. Wala diba? Pero, ayun, dagdag trabaho nga yun. Yun lang. So, dahil doon, kaya hindi na siya ma-extend. Paano yung ano? Paano yung current mong ginagawa? Kailangan lang tapusin. Magnegosyo na lang tayo. Let's go! Let's go! Diba? Kasi, pag negosyo, ikaw yung, diba, ikaw nagde-decide. Though, syempre, kailangan mo pa rin i-please, diba, yung customer mo kasi parang sila yung boss mo, diba? Pero, ikaw yung magde-decide. May negosyo ka na eh. Diba, Joel? Dami mo ang ginagawa eh. Diba, prof ka pa? If-fable ko to, ang tangan na itong si ano eh. Ilang beses na kami nagbalikan nito. Si Restream daw, nakukuha niya yung Tagalog. Si YouTube, binibigay yung English. Di ko gets, di ba? Kasi si Restream, kinukuha lang din niya yung chat kay YouTube. So, anong nangyayari? Mali. Why can't, ito pala. Sabi ito mismo yung sinabi ko, why can't we get the original from YouTube directly? Sagot niya, we can. You were right. And ako? Coupling to the stream. Agree this finding what this means. Turn off YouTube translation. Rewrite capture. Recommendation B. Rewrite at capture. Inject a small script into capture's browser live chat. Frame via CDP. The same channel. Go live. For any message flag, swaps the visible text. Parang workaround to eh. Honest caveats on B decouples to YouTube live chat. Ay naku, di ko gets talaga to. Di ko gets. Here's the full step. Create a fresh agent on Echo. Okay. Buksan daw natin si Echo. Dagdag daw tayo ng agent. Okay. Tapos, attach to that agent. So, you're looking at its terminal. Click in the sidebar. Confirm the path is clone. What do you mean? Run these two commands. Okay. Run ko daw to. Boom. Run ko daw to. Boom. Boom. Okay. First, append sa new key. Blah, blah, blah. Close the agent. Okay. Ito yung nakita natin. Try to close the agent. Got this. Step 4, the gated. Stop and screenshot the dialog. Okay. Sabi ni Joel, suspend ko yung app ko. Walang data na ma-input. Nasa tamang work timeline ako based sa project. Pero ang kasamahan ko sa patient testing, kulang na kulang pa. Meaning, paano ba yun? Kasi, paano ba yun? Ano nasa contract? Ibig sabihin, pwede mo siyang parang i-block, ganun. Iba-block mo yung sa side mo. Tapos di nila magagamit. Ganun ba? Kasamahan ko gumagawa ng patient testing. Check passes. This is the blah blah blah. So that now check B. Click this start all close. Okay. Rebuild and please press the buttons again one at a time. Back, forward, middle. Pressed, back, forward, middle. Still did not see logs for back and forward. So log for middle. Sabi ni Joel, iba-block ko if suspended rin ng project anyway. Doon tayo sa positive side. Yup. Diba? Huwag tayong mapaano. Paano ba yun, Joel? Pero syempre, bayad ka naman doon sa ginawa mo, diba? Or paano ba yun? Hindi ko alam eh. Kasi katulad yan, may power cut to block. Diba? So, diba minsan kasi nakalagay sa contract na, diba? Dapat tapos yung ganito, ganyan. Regardless of, hindi ko alam. Paano ba yung naging usapan nyo? Pero bayad ka. Dapat, paano ba yun? Eh kasi funding yan eh. Paano ba yun? Paano ba yun tumatakbo? Binigyan lang kayo ng fund tapos, I assume bayad ka dyan, di ba? Lalanggam yung laptop. Magkano naman to, di ba? Yung back button nung ano ko. Yep. Magkano naman. And just to confirm, my mouse's back and forward button is working. I just tried it in Google Chrome. Pages. Given your mouse sidebar can be tapped, how do you want to just move back and forward. Monthly ako sinusweldo, suspended ng project meaning naka-hold lahat, bawal gamitin ang funds pang sweldo, so di rin ako papasok sa hospital. Sayang naman. Diba? Kaya hindi umuusad, kaya hindi tayo umuusad eh, no? Mayroon naman palang pang fund eh, diba? Mayroon naman pang ano, project. Kaso lang, yung mga taong involved, hindi karapat-dapat na-stop tuloy. So, ma-hold. So, wala. Anong gagawin na? So, both blah blah blah. Dog fooding is complete. Okay, clean up. Remaining clean up. Do the clean up and let's wrap up. Want to continue the walkthrough or update the doc first? Update the doc first, then let's proceed. Sabi ni Joel, pwede i-market itong app na ginawa ko and ibenta sa other hospitals. Ayun pala no, sa bagay, hindi naman nasayang yung ginawa mo. Kasi nagawa mo siya actually, di ba? Tsaka nandun ka mismo sa hospital. So, alam mo na yung, kumbaga, alam mo na siya, di ba? Kung paano siya tumakbo. If ginawa ko to, I can gain more than sa sinusweldo ko. Pero mabait tayo, exclusive ko lang sa isang hospital. Ganun ba? Paano ba yun? Bakit exclusive? Kung gumawa niyan eh. Or pwede, i-ano mo siya. Paano ba tawag doon? I-repurpose mo. Pwede ba yun? O may NDA ba yun? Paano ba yun? Paano ba yun? Paano nag-exclusive eh? Hindi nga natuloy. Paano yun? Likely missing upstate will still reference the deleted projects. I removed the disk, but the Xbox app still has project entries. Okay, still open. It's live. Recommend address now. Close this tray. Close nga natin to. Address now. Address now the likely missed. Quiet, pasted, both already captured. Okay. Feature, blah, blah. Okay na yan. Sabi ni Edwin, mag-flood control na lang tayo para naman tayo. Hindi. Hindi na need mag-vibe coding. Sabi ni Edwin. Sabi ni Joel, nakatied up sa project, may NDA, pero bala ko i-repurpose na lang once suspended ng project. Yup, di ba? Di mo naman kailangan Pwede yan. Siguro, di ba? Ang weird lang, no? Flood control. Paano yung flood control, Edwin? Hindi ba yan vibe coding? Pakontrolin natin yung baha. Easy money. Laway lang. Sa matatapos makabar. Hayop. Wala, hindi makapalisigbura natin para dyan. Sabi, no? Easy money. Actually, hindi easy, di ba? Mahirap kaya yon. Kala mo madali yon? Hirap magbarong, ah. Hirap nun. Sa harap ka sa ano, tapos yung laway mo. Hirap din yan. Kala nagba-vibe din sila. Kaya nga eh. Mahirap pa mag-vibe code eh, no? Pero 'di ba? Kala lang natin madali. Hindi nga natin magawa eh. So, 'di ba? Paano maging madali? Siguro yung task madali. Pero yung, 'di ba? Kailangan makapal ka. Hirap kaya 'yon. Sabi ni Vince. Hello Vince! Welcome sa stream natin. Good afternoon. Do you offer course tutorial? Cloud code ba sa vibe coding? Sa ngayon wala tayo eh. Though meron akong nilaunch na private group. Di ko lang pa siya masyado na endorse. Check mo yung profile natin. Nandun nakapin. Sa ngayon wala akong course pero merong group. Ang goal ko sa group is talagang diretso build na agad, 'di ba? So kailangan bago ka pumasok sa group, meron ka ng idea kung anong gagawin mo. So mahirap yung wala. And syempre, meron kang cloud code. Mahirap yung wala din. Wala, bawal sa atin yung nanonood lang. I mean, ito okay lang yan na. Okay lang yan. Manood kayo sa live stream natin. Palik ng stream guys, salamat. Sabi ni Edwin, madali yan pag may kapit. Talaga ba? Inisip ko kasi, no? Edwin, inisip ko minsan. Di ba sinasabi niya ba, ito easy man, madali lang. Pero sa bagay, hindi mo rin kasi malalaman pag nandun ka na, no? Malalaman mo lang pag talaga, di ba? Nandun ka na sa pwesto na yun. Tapos, nakita mo na yung, dami pera. Di ba? Kasi hindi, pag ba dumating sa point na yun, let's say ako, kakapal ba yung pagkatao ko pag ano? Pag dumating na ako sa point na yun, mga unggoy sila lahat nagkakapit. Sabi ni Joel, dignidad ng nakasalalay. 'Di ba? Medyo, 'di ba, mahirap Joel, 'di ba? Mahirap din siya eh. Kung wala kang pakialam sa, 'di ba? Sa talagang alam mo 'yun nga eh, yun talaga yun kung sobrang kapal mo. Madali sa 'di ba? Siguro yun yung easy money. Pero pag 'di ba, normal kang tao, meron kang katiting na konsensya. Lalamunin ka talaga ng konsensya mo pag 'di ba? So, yung mga ganun, pag hindi ka talaga ganun, mahirap siya, 'di ba? It's a skill, guys. I think it's a skill. Hirap 'yon. Nung bata ka pa lang natitrain ka na sa mga ganung bagay, ganun sila lumaki. I don't think may tao na alam mo 'yun, bigla na lang ito turn off mo yung pagkatao mo. 'Di ba? Kahit sabihin mong, hindi, pera 'yun eh. Hindi rin eh, 'di ba? Sa bagay, 'di ba? Sino ba naman tayo? Baka naman pag andyan na yung pag Edwin, pag may kabit ka na. Pag may kabit ka na, sabihan mo ako. Tingnan natin kung talagang kakapal tayo pagdating doon. Ayoko sabi ni Edwin, wag na Vince, mag-politics na lang tayo. Mag-politics na lang tayo. Ayan Vince, wag ka na mag-course, ka na mag-vibe code, mag-vibe still na lang tayo. Sabi ni Edwin, makinig ka sa hearing, nakakatanga yung mga ayoko makinig dyan, Edwin eh. Alam mo yun, nakaka-stress kasi. Nakaka-stress. Hindi kaya ng pagkatao ko. Parang siya, alam mo yun, maglilinger siya sa utak mo. Tapos, kakainin niya yung araw mo. Ganun ako eh. Hindi ako agad diba? Hindi ko agad siya mapita. Kaya ayoko manood ng mga ganyan. Kahit yung nasa background lang, yung tipong ganito, yung nanood ka lang ng live stream nasa background. Mawala yung ulirat mo eh. Pero, ewan ko, di ko talaga gets guys. Diba, sinasabi nila, yung mga Pinoy, matatalino yan. Pero ganito yung take ko dyan. No? Halimbawa, sa US, yung yung range nila, let's say yung brain, bang tawag yun? Brain level nila. Basta yung pagkatao nila, sobrang lawak ng range. Merong sobrang weird, diba? May mga psycho, diba? Parang dito sa Pilipinas, walang ganun masyado, diba? Or kung meron man, mga isa lang. Diba? Mga psycho dito pero sa kanila, diba? Pag diba, may mga ganun, mga talagang malulok. Kakaiba, yung mga hindi normal na tao. Tapos, merong sobrang gagaling, diba? Sobrang totalino. Siguro, part na rin yung ang daming, diba? Ang daming pumupunta doon na iba-ibang lahi. Dito sa atin, medyo maliit yung range, no? Yung sobrang talino sa atin, hindi ganun katalino. I mean, matalino, pero hindi katulad nung sa, let's say, sa US. Tapos yung sobrang tanga sa atin, hindi siya sobrang tanga katulad na sa US, di ba? Parang ganun. Ganun ko siya nakikita eh. So yung nakikita mong tanga dito sa atin, medyo okay pa siya. Kumbaga, mas okay pa siya kaysa doon sa pinakatanga sa US. Pero wala lang. Nabanggit ko lang. Parang ganun kasi yung ko. Tingin ko sa sa state ng, alam mo yun, pag Pinoy. Sabi kasi, di ba, mga Pinoy, world class, di ba? Magaling, di ba? Sabi ni Edwin, sana si Kevin maging Elon Musk ng Philippines kasi ang PH, fake rich people, puro ka ba? Yung mga rich kasi sa atin, low-key siguro. Low-key. I mean, wala, mga businessman. Sabagay, businessman naman si Elon, di ba? Si Trump, businessman nga si Trump. Sana magdilang anghel ka niyan, Edwin. O gawa tayo ng movement na marami naman dyan, di ba? Marami naman nagtatry na dito sa atin. Siguro feeling ko lang malaki kasi rin yung gap eh. Malaki yung gap eh. Yung mga magagaling sa atin, parang ang target nila, 'di ba? Halimbawa, basta ang target nila, syempre, paano ba? International, 'di ba? So naiiwan din yung Pilipinas. Tapos yung mga masa sa atin, 'di ba? Yung syempre, yung karamihan sa atin, wala, yun talaga yung karamihan eh. So yun yung naging ganun yung ano eh. Ganun yung democracy. Wala eh. Nasa count. So kung mas marami yung sakto lang sa atin, 'di ba? Kumpara sa more than average, eh yun talaga yung maboboto natin. As much as possible, kasi hindi ako politics, kaya yung nabanggit mo ng flood control, hindi ko alam mo yung nangyayari dyan eh, kung hindi mo pa sasabihin. Balik na tayo sa vibe coding. Balik na tayo sa vibe coding, tama. Si Fable, mawawala na siya mamaya. Anong oras ba? Ano ata, 3 a.m? Fix na natin yung YouTube mo. Ayoko na nga eh. Tanga niya ito si... If-Fable ko talaga to. Hindi, pero yun yung isang solution, Edwin, i-turn off ko yung translation sa sa YouTube. Saan ba kasi yun? Actually kasi hindi ko alam kung saan nakalagay. Stream settings. Dito ko na nga. Sige nga, try nga natin. Ba't nagaganyan? Ay, alam, saan ba yun? Ito pala yun. Can we just turn off the translation directly in YouTube live stream? And can we set this as a global setting so that I don't have to turn it off on every live? Sabi ni Edwin, oo nga, mawawala ng Fable, balik tipid na naman ta. Pero maano si Fable no? Level up talaga siya, 'di ba? Ramdam mo talaga yung level up niya. Meron akong tinry kahapon eh. Finifix ko rin sa stream. Ano nga ba 'yan? Yung sa Google Chrome ko, may something. Meron kasi akong ginawa sa Google Chrome. Meron akong modify sa Google Chrome. Gumagamit ba kayo guys ng ng pangalan nito? Arc browser. Sa Arc browser kasi, ganito yung, kasi siya, di ba? Vertical tab, katulad nito. So ngayon, ito yung matagal ko nang hinihintay sa Google Chrome, yung vertical tab. Kasi nung natry ko yung vertical tab, mas gusto ko siya. Nung una pa nga ayaw ko eh. So, di ba, kung dadami yung tabs mo, nandito sa left side. So, pwede mo lang siya i-scroll. Hindi katulad pag nasa taas, talagang hindi mo na malalaman kung para saan yung tab na yon. So, gumagamit ako ng Arc browser. Ang nagustuhan ko doon sa Arc browser, yung control tab niya, naglolo ko yung AirPods natin. Yung control tab niya, ito, halimbawa, YouTube, di ba? Tapos google.com. Pag nag-control tab ako, nagja-jump lang siya between doon sa dalawa. Yun yung gusto ko doon sa, ayan, control tab lang yung ginagawa ko guys sa keyboard. Ayan o. So, gustuhan ko yun kasi pag ang dami mong tab, gusto mo lang yung dalawang tab lang na pinawork mo. Arc browser, yun, maganda yun. Ngayon, walang ganun dito sa Google Chrome. So, nagpa-code ako kay Claude na ganun yung gawin niya. Sabi ko, pag nag-control tab ako, gusto ko, babalik-balik lang ako doon sa dalawang tab. Diba? Tapos, nilagyan ko pa siya nito. Ito, nakikita niyo to. Ito. Medyo hindi pa lang maganda yung UI. Pero, ganyan din siya sa Arc browser. Pag nag-control tab ako, tapos hinohold ko yung control, pwede ako mag-cycle doon sa limang recent tabs na open ko. Diba? So, halimbawa, meron kang 20, madali kang maglipat-lipat. So, kumbaga, kinopya ko yung behavior ng arc. Tapos yung Command Shift C, nagka-copy siya ng URL. Eto, nakita nyo sa, wait, tanggalin ko yung chat. Ito, pag nag-Command Shift C ako, may lalabas dito, copied current URL. May ganyan din sa arc. So, ang dali mong magkopya ng URL. Di ba? Pag magka-copy ka ng URL, pupunta ka dyan, copy, o kaya Command L. Ay, tama ba? Command L ba yun? Command L. Command L. Ayan, Command L. Or Control L sa Windows. Tapos magka-copy ka. Pero dito, Command Shift C. Diba? Kakopy na yung URL. Ayan, kinopya ko yun sa arc browser. Para ma-replicate ko yung behavior. Tapos yung pag kasi nag-switch ka ng tab sa arc browser, di ba kasi vertical siya, option command down arrow tapos up. Di ba? Option command down arrow para mag-switch ka dito, pababa, di ba, or pataas. Ngayon, sa Chrome, kahit naka-vertical siya, ang gagawin mo is right pa rin. Right or left. Ganyan siya, right pababa, tapos left pataas. Diba? Parang yung ginagawa natin sa normal na horizontal. Ngayon, nilagyan ko siya nung down. Ayan, down na yung pinipindot ko ngayon. Down, up. Ayun, ginagawa ko tong arc browser. Hindi ko alam kung paano yung ginawa ni Claude eh. I believe Swift. Pero hindi ko, tapos may extension. I believe may part na may extension. Pero meron siyang katulad nito. Etong part na to, yan. Meron siyang parang in-overlay eh. So hindi ko alam paano to nag-work. Hindi ko na pina-explain sa kanya eh. I think Swift. Pero hindi ko alam paano siya nag-work. Ayun, wala lang. Ayun yung pinafix ko. Nag-stop kasi siya mag-work kahapon. Nag-restart ako ng laptop. Di ma-fix ni Opus. Pero kay Fable, pinatry ko, Fable low lang. One shot lang eh. Sabi ni Ark tuloy. Sabi ni Edwin, magaling tapos ang mga bug sa apps ko. Magaling tapos ang mga bug sa apps ko. Ano? Sabi mo kanina. Sabi ni Edwin, oo, Arc nice. Pero nag-pivot sila sa Dia. Ano yung Dia? Oo, yung bago nilang project ba yon? Parang yung original owner nga, wala na eh. Tama ba? Or nag-pivot lang sila. Tapos nung maka-exit sa acquisition, matuwa lang updates, mukhang pera. Kaya nga. Pero sa akin naman, personally, hindi ko alam kung ano pa idadagdag nila. Parang ganun kasi rin yung nangyari doon sa gumawa ng Arc. Ano pang gagawin mo sa browser? Parang boring siya eh. Yun lang talaga yung gusto ko doon eh, yung feature na yun. Yung iba, hindi ko na siya, hindi ko ginagamit. Vibe code na lang tayo ng browser. Mahirap yan ha. Mahirap browser, di ba? Mahirap yung browser. Alam mo, start from scratch o magbe-base ka sa sa Chromium. Pwede siguro yan kasi may base ka na. Pero yung mag-start from scratch, wala. Kahit ata ipa-vibe code ko yun, mahirapan ako. Hindi ko alam yung mga gagawin. Sabi ni Vince, may cloud code ako, company account. Okay. Ayos pala yan. They want us to build something that can make our life work easier. I'm in sales, ops, leads. Any idea what app to build, sir? Actually, kailangan daw ba ng app? Kasi, ang recommended ko lagi, ay, let's say, kung mag-start ka, gawa ka ng skill. Kasi yun yung work mo, di ba? Sales ka. Ang gawin mo, yung ginagawa mo, i-document mo. Cloud skill tawag doon. So ngayon, instead na ikaw yung gagawa, si Claude na. Basta bigyan mo lang siya ng, alam mo yan, parang gawin mo siyang empleyado mo. Okay, ganito yung gawin mo. Pero hindi mo kailangan super step by step. Kasi kaya naman niya i-figure out along the way. Bigyan mo lang siya ng parang guidance. I think yun yung maganda. Kung nasa company ka, meron kang Claude, gawa ka ng Claude skill, gawa ka ng sales skill, kung ano man yung ginagawa mo, lead gen skill, CRM management skill. Diba? Tapos, kung kaya mo, kasi nasa company naman eh, i-connect mo sa lahat ng system nyo. Connect mo yung Cloud Code sa mga system nyo. Yung CRM nyo, connect mo dyan, hopefully meron silang MCP. Kung walang MCP, API, CLI pala. CLI yung ako kasi tatlo yan eh. Lagi ko tong tinuturo. Tatlo yan. Merong CLI, MCP, API. Ganyan yung tatlong way kumonect sa applications. Ang last resort mo is browser automation. Yung makiklik-click si Claude, which is yun yung last resort. Diba? So, ang number one ko is CLI. Kapag may CLI yung service, CLI ako. Pero sa Claude Desktop kasi yung connector nila MCP yon. So, ayan. Tapos yung huli is API kung walang MCP. Kasi yung MCP is para lang siya API na mga API na built for agent. Check mo X. Gagi. Hindi ko napansin yun, ha. O, diba? Kaya nagda-doubt pa ako kung magbubukas ako YouTube ba ako anong lumabas eh. Ayan, Vince. Maganda yung position mo kasi nabigay sa'yo nung company. Ang ano lang, which is, ang ano lang syempre is hindi mo magamit personal, diba? Tsaka mababasa nila yung prompt mo eh. So, ayusin mo. Magpa-bibo ka. Baka i-check nila yung prompt mo. Pero yan, instead na mag-create ka ng app, huwag ka mag-create muna ng app. Skill. Tsaka mo siya i-level up later kung, let's say, ang galing na nung skill mo. Diba? Gawa ka ng, marami ka pwedeng gawin. Routine. Gawa ka ng routine. Ano ba yung ginagawa mo tuwing umaga? Diba? Pwede kang gumawa ng tinatawag nilang routine or ano matawag nila doon? Routine, di ba? Loop. Iba, ang dami kasing tawag kay Claude eh. Yung routine kasi, yung remote. Yung, di ba, kahit nakapatay yung laptop mo, kayang gawin ni Claude. Routine tawag doon. Pero pag nasa laptop mo, ang tawag ata nila doon is, di ko na alam, loop o schedule. Di ko kasi yung nagagamit guys eh. Naka-CLI kasi tayo guys. Ayan. Kasi-CLI tayo. Pag nagtuturo ako, inuuna ko yung Claude Desktop. Siyempre, di ba? Sa mga lalo na yan, sales, di ba? Di ba? Wala silang, di ba? Mali ba nila sa CLI? Terminal. Hello, Philip! Maaga pa. Gising ka na or gising ka pa? Blessed afternoon din, Philip. Good afternoon. Ayan, magkwentuhan na lang tayo, guys. Palike ng stream, guys, ah. Salamat. Para naman mapansin tayo ng algorithm at hindi puro politics yung gising pa. Grabe naman yan. Sa bagay, no? Dami mong di na pala work. Ginagawa mo, marami kang ibang ginagawa. Pahinga ka na. Ang oras na. Parang uulan na. 12:30 na guys. Break time lang tayo. Sandali. Mga 30 minutes. Makapag-stretching muna. Sana nandiyan pa kayo pagbalik ko. Ano ba yung ginagawa natin dito? Balik ako guys. Break time lang muna tayo. Update later. Sige. Kaso hindi ko alam. Thanks sa tip. Sure, Vincent. Sure. Chat mo ako, Vincent, kung ano. Kung gusto mo pa ng... Kung gusto mo ng ano ba? More explanation. Search ka nun, Claude Skill. Malaking bagay yan. Kahit ngayon lang eh. Kasi inisip ko guys, 12:30 na. Pag nag-break time ako, 1 na. Yung nag-break time, 1 na. May gagawin ako ng 2:00. So, I think tapusin na natin dito yung stream, guys. Ilang oras na ba tayo nag-stream? Base sa OBS natin, 2 hours na. Yup! Tapusin na natin dito yung stream, guys. Salamat sa pag-join natin sa ating day 11. Day 11 na pala ngayon, no? Ng ating vibe coding. So, kung gusto niyo ng kwentuhang politics, wala tayong alam dyan. Kung gusto niyo ng tips, katulad yan si Vince, no? Nabigyan ng cloud code sa company, di ba? Guys, ayan, no, si Philip din, no? Si Philip din, guys. Share ko lang, Philip. Binigyan din siya ng access niya ng boss niya ng cloud code. Gamitin nyo, guys. Di ba? Nakakaiyak yan. Sayang kapag hindi nagagamit. Practicein nyo kasi kung paglabas nyo man dyan sa company na yan, magagamit nyo yung skill na yun eh, yung cloud. Hindi yung cloud skill magagamit nyo yung skill na paggamit ng cloud. Malaking bagay yan. Sa panahon ngayon. Kasi diba, AI na tayo. I think isa na yata yun sa tinitingnan eh. Marunong ka bang gumamit ng AI? Ganyan-ganyan. Or baka hindi. Baka downside ba yun sa iba? Ano yan? Magamit ka ng AI? Ayoko yan. Ayun guys. Salamat sa pag-join. Chat ka kita, Edwin. Para lang tayo. Connected. Alright. Salamat sa pag-join guys sa ating day 11 ng ating vibe coding hanggang tayo ay yumaman. Keep on building guys. Keep on building. Diba? Vince, and bagong recruit si Vince. Build lang ng build, Vince. Hindi kailangan app. Hindi porket may code sa cloud code kailangan mo mag-code. Just keep on stealing. Edwin, di ba? Keep on stealing, guys. Paano kaya yaman kung di ka mag-steal? Di ba? Let's go. Pwede ba natin sabihin yan dito sa live? Di ko alam no? Maano ba tayo? Mafa-flag ba tayo ng Facebook? Keep on building, guys. Kung wala kang cloud code, bakit? Kumuha ka ng cloud code. Dapat mas-sponsor tayo dito ni no? Sponsor tayo dito ni Anthropic, no? Endorse tayo na endorse ng cloud code. If you don't have cloud code, may open code. Yan, tama si Edwin. Free. Anong model gamit mo sa open code, Edwin? Para may idea sila. Gemini. Ako actually, pag kung magva-vibe code, Gemini, wag mo lang gamitin sa yung talagang agent. Gamitin mo lang siya as chatbot, diba? Magpa-code ka, ganun. Okay naman siya sa ganun eh. Wag mo lang siya yung papagawain sa laptop mo, diba? Katulad ng cloud code. Sabog yan si Gemini. Open code, open code. Anong model gamit mo dyan, Edwin, sa open code? Pero gaya nung sabi ko kasi last time, di ba? Yung value na makukuha mo sa subscription, hindi mo kayang i-match sa mga API cost. Daming free. Ngayon, sa bagay, no? Sa bagay, ang puhunan mo naman talaga dyan is time di ba? Di ba? At saka patience. Di ba? Kasi kung gagamit ka ng mga free model, most probably, hindi nila magagawa agad yung gusto mong gawin. So, ngayon, mag-iterate ka na mag-iterate. So, may sub din ako sa open code. Ayun, di ba? Kasi yung open code, di ba, Edwin, API pricing yan eh. Yan, sa Codex, di ba? Sa Codex, I usually use my Codex sub. Kasi yan yung ang pinaka-value talaga ng Codex at Cloud Code is yung subsidy nila. Di ba? May Go plan, yes, Edwin. Pero, sa side ni open code, API pricing yung binabayaran nila. So kung gagamit ka ng ano ba yung Go plan? May ba yun? Pwede kang gumamit ng Claude doon, tsaka ng ChatGPT, ng GPT models. 'Di ba? Kasi sa side ni open code, API yun eh. API yung binabayaran nila kay Anthropic tsaka kay OpenAI. So yun lang yung akin. Wala kang Hindi, may Go-Plan model sila. Okay. May sariling model si ano. May sarili bang model si OpenCode o meron lang silang yun, yung part ng Go-Plan nila. Adi okay din. Pero yun, yun pa rin yung ano ko, parang argument ko, yung subsidy. Walang tatapat doon eh. Kasi si Anthropic at OpenAI, sila yung may-ari ng model. So, kaya nilang mag-provide ng mga ganong deals. Pero anyways, yun nga. Hindi ko naman, di ba? Hindi ko naman pinupush na talagang mag-cloud code. Ano lang, is pwede kang gumamit ng free. Pwede kang gumamit ng free. Open code. Ayan. Anyways, ayan. Guys, tapusin natin yung stream. Salamat sa pag-join. Subsidized din. What do you mean subsidized? Hindi yan subsid... Di ba? Hindi. Di ba hindi? Wala namang model kasi si open code eh. Sige, check ko. Hindi ko kasi rin sure eh. Hindi kasi ko magamit ng open code. Pero anong... May models ba si open code? May sarili silang model? Kasi alam ko si Cursor meron, di ba? Yung Composer. Si open code, di ko sure. Wala silang model pero meron silang partners. Okay. Siguro nakakuha sila ng discount doon, no? Pag, di ba? Kasi bulk yung ano. Baka ganun. Baka may deal sila. So, in a way, ano nga siya? Subsidized. Okay. Chat kita, Edwin, sa ano? Sa X. Hindi ko pa nabigay ko na ba sa yung Discord ko? Anyway, chat na lang kita. Tungkol sa, ano, flood control. Okay? Bye, guys. See you tomorrow. Same time, 10:30. Mga ganon. Okay? Let's go. Let's go. Keep on building. Keep on building. Bye guys. Bye-bye.